Well, I just saw one of the most disgusting things I've seen in a long time. It was a clip on Twitter. Yeah, I use that website. You should follow me. Nickelodeon, what the fuck? Seriously, what the actual fuck did I just witness? Look at this. It says the caption is, could we just get a water? So they scare Squidward and they make him ink out of his nose, which this is the first time I've ever seen Squidward ink. I don't know if that's like a thing that they've added recently. And then even more disgustingly so, they drink it. So SpongeBob drinks Squidward's ink, which is horrendous to think about. That's like, basically that's like if somebody pissed in a cup and they gave it and then they drank it. Or in this case, it came out of Squidward's nose. So if somebody just blew snot into a cup and was like, here you go, drink this. That's so disgusting. And they're just showing it. Like, this isn't Flapjack. This is SpongeBob. And I know there's been gross stuff on this show before, like when Squidward got his toenail ripped off by the couch. But this is like, this is just foul. And they're like, oh my God, it tastes so good. And then some other lady comes and they just repeat, and he just shouts. He shouts really loudly, like, oh my God, it's so funny because they're loud. Loud is funny, right? Loud is funny. We know that. Yeah, and then they do this animation, which I'm not gonna... I think it's cool that they're trying new animation styles, but it doesn't feel like it fits in this show. And then they run out of ink, so they go back to Squidward's house. And Squidward's clearly in distress. He has tissues in his nose. Like, dude, why the f did you guys do that? And then Patrick's like, hey, can we have more of your ink? And he's like, no, f off. And then Patrick's like, oh, need to think. Gotta think. Where's Tiny Patrick? Ring the bell in his head. I got an idea. I'll just scare Squidward. And look at this. This isn't the first. They've done gross stuff like this before. I'll admit they've done stuff like this before. But this is just so disturbing. It's so disturbing on top of the already gross, like, ink drinking. And you'd think they'd, like, not do this anymore? Like... And then this is Catch War on Nick. Like, this is from the official SpongeBob SquareFans Twitter account. Like, they are verified. I feel like the quality of the show has gone down drastically. And I know everyone says that. And I've been saying that. But this is just insane. Like, it's really sad to see the decline of this show. Because this is my favorite show of all time. Growing up, I had SpongeBob on DVD, seasons 2 and 3. We never had season 1 because we never found it at Walmart, and we didn't have cable growing up, so I would just watch these DVDs on repeat. And I have like seasons 2 and 3 memorized almost word for word. So I love this show a lot. And it's sad to see the decline in quality of writing because, you know, the episodes back then were written very well. If you watch them today, they hold up wonderfully. The writing is great. If you're an adult, you'll definitely appreciate the jokes. But now, if you're an adult and you're watching SpongeBob, which is like, you know, you're an adult, like, grow up or whatever. But like, no, I like cartoons. I think cartoons can be done really well and they're enjoyable for all ages. This one, not anymore. You can't. This is fucking disgusting and stupid. There's nothing well written here. Nothing. It's just, they've traded good writing and comedy for gross out shock humor, which I will say they have done before, but it was never to this extent. It was always like small clips. And it was tasteful a little bit, kind of. Like in the episode where SpongeBob gets Mermaid Man's utility belt and he shrinks Squidward and Squidward's like, fix it, fix it. And he starts like zapping him with stuff. It's pretty gross. They cut him in half and like his insides come out. It's disgusting, but it's really short. And it was kind of funny because Squidward's like screaming and it's like, aha, Squidward. But in this, it was just, it didn't feel tasteful and it just felt gross because they're drinking his ink. And then Patrick's like ripping his skin off and it's just like, they've done skin rip-offs before, like when Mrs. Puff was in jail and she rips off the guards' faces because she thinks it's SpongeBob and Patrick. Like, they've done stuff like that before, but this, on top of that, it's just wrong. It's just wrong, and this is the official Nickelodeon, and it's been like more than 10 years. Like, you think they'd... Like, back then, stuff like that was kind of okay. Like, we had the show Flapjack, which was utterly disgusting, but it was also pretty funny and good. But like these days, you don't really see stuff like that, you know? And they're trying to bring it back, but why bring it back in SpongeBob? And that's another thing. I appreciate the new animation styles, but it feels so bizarre and weird in this show. I really think Nickelodeon should have just killed SpongeBob off. This show should have died years ago. Let's be honest. It's not enjoyable anymore, at least for most SpongeBob fans. Maybe the new kids like it. I don't know. I don't talk to children. That would be weird. Well, it wouldn't be weird if I had relatives that were kids, but I don't. So, what was I saying? I really would have liked Nickelodeon to just end SpongeBob and create a new show that they could ruin as much as they want. They could experiment with their animation styles. They can do their stupid comedy. Like, they're literally tainting the legacy of one of the greatest shows of all time. Like, this show is timeless. Countless memes come out on the internet, like, almost every week. Like, SpongeBob, every episode has a meme that we've seen on the internet. It's insane. And they're ruining the legacy of the show. Like, it's one of the best comedy cartoon shows ever. And they're just ruining it. And it's just sad. And I'm sad. And I can't believe I saw this clip. Shout out to Nana for tagging me on Twitter and asking what my thoughts were, because these are my thoughts. I had to record this. Like, I was like sitting on the toilet and I looked at Twitter and I was like, what the fuck? So, hey, follow me on Twitter to see more shit like this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitch because I stream and my streams are pretty entertaining, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna go cry about this some more. So, goodbye.